Good morning, Obidati family. Welcome to Obidati Family TV. My name is Shooks, and of course, I have my colleague here.
My name is Jamie Dale. You got Miss and Joy.
Yeah.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Joy. How are you today?
I'm fine.
You're glowing.
Thank you.
All right, guys. This show is all about Labour Party. It's themed Voting LP, Voting Labour Party. And what we're here to do is to more like enlighten you on all you need to know about the party, Labour Party, and of course, is running candidate vying for the president of this country, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi. It's more of voters' education because I'm sure you are excited as we hear about the forthcoming election, right?
Exactly.
Deemed to take place on 25th of February this very year. Yes,
yeah.
And we all know that one thing is to vote and another thing is to have a valid vote.
Exactly.
Because we don't want to vote and at the end of the day our vote doesn't count. We want every single vote to count,
exactly.
you know, on that very election. So our job here is to enlighten you, our esteemed viewer, on things that you need to know about the party and its logo and how you will cast your vote on that very day and you make sure that you have a valid vote. So Joy, let's quickly take our audience through Labour Party's their logo and what it signifies, what it stands for. Now, we all know the logo of Labour Party has the popular Mama, Papa, Pikin within it.
Exactly.
If you look at the logo, you notice that it has a wheel. You know, the Mama and Papa and Pikin is inside a wheel. And everything on this very logo has a significance. The wheel stands for industry and work, which is a kind of demonstrates empowering the audience or the general populace through industrialization.
Yeah.
And you see that the Mama Pikin inside captures the human being, which in this case is us. So this means that this is a party that bears the interest of us.
Of the family.
Of the family, exactly. You know, prior to this, we've had the umbrella.
It didn't work.
Exactly. There's no human being
at all. In fact, when beat us
so badly. So bad. In fact, the umbrella was leaking. It leaked so bad that everybody got drained. You know. And after the umbrella, I think we had the next one, which is the broom. We all know what happened.
It wasn't effective at all.
The broom came with change, and actually the change was
It was a negative one.
Yeah, we all know that. So now we have a party with a symbol that symbolizes, for the very first time, as if it bears the interest of the general public at heart. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It has the human being within it, within its embodiment. So, and that is what we're about to do on this very show. I want to tell you about this very party and about its candidate, which of course we all know is His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, right? And then again, if you look at the party, you notice that it has two unique colors, which is the red and the green color. And the red stands for transformation. Now, I mean, it can't get as better as that, you know, transformation. That is what we need now.
Exactly.
In this very country. And it has green, which stands for
productivity,
yes, agriculture, you know,
life.
The candidates, His Excellency Peter Obi has been telling us how he's going to move us from being a consumption country to
a production
country, which is what we need. I think that is what we need now. We've consumed, I think we've almost drained our...
The present administration of the country, that's exactly what we need.
Exactly. So Joy, I think on that note, we're going to enlighten our public on what to know about this very party and how to vote this party in, because this is what we have to do.
And it's really a good thing to identify the logo, because we all know that on that day we'll not be seeing the face of Peter Obi.
That's right.
Peter Obi is a good man. Everybody we are clamoring for Peter Obi. We know, but we should also know that on that day we'll not be seeing the face of Peter Obi. We'll not be seeing the face of Peter Obi on a ballot paper. Neither we're going to see the face of his running mate, Yusuf Datti, Baba Ahmed, on a ballot paper on that day. On the day of election, what you'll be seeing is the party logo. That's exactly what you'll be seeing. So it's a very good thing for you to identify it. You'll be seeing the party logo. And beside it, yes, the name of the party, the name of the party is Labour Party, yes, but it won't be spelled Labour Party on that very day. It's going to be spelled LP. That's what you'll be seeing on that day, close to the Labour Party logo. So do not look forward to seeing Labour Party, but look forward to see LP.
Yeah,
on
I
that
think
day.
there's very need to know that, because I mean, off air, before we came on air, you were telling me this story about when you guys went for an on-site installation, and you guys came across a woman that was expecting to see the face of our principal.
Yes, in person, we came across this lady. I came across a lady, and she was like, I was like, Mama, are you supporting Labour Party? She said, no, God forbid, I'm supporting Peter Obi. And I said, if you're supporting Peter Obi, definitely you're supporting Labour Party. She said, okay, if Peter Obi is from Labour Party, definitely I'm supporting Labour Party. So it's a good thing to also know that Peter Obi is from Labour Party, and Labour Party is Peter Obi.
Yeah. I think that's very important that, especially our aged parents that might, I'm sure, are all obedient, they're all excited to vote in Peter Obi, but might not know that is running under Labour Party and don't even know the symbol or how to identify Labour Party. And it's a good thing that our principal made a video, which when we'll come back on the show, we're going to talk about it. He made a video to demonstrate, you know, how to identify Labour Party and how you should cast your votes. That is what we're here to do, to further enlighten you, our very esteemed viewer, on how you should identify Labour Party on the ballot paper and how to cast your votes to make sure that you have a valid vote.
You know, that video is really interesting to watch it. If you have not seen it, I will admonish you to go and watch it, because one thing is to vote and another thing is to vote wisely in order to have a valid vote, in order for your vote to count. And our principal, the person of Peter Obi, he made a very good illustration by showing us how to vote that day. And Mr. Schultz, you saw the video, right?
Yeah, I saw it, and I think it should be our responsibility. I mean, we're pushing the movement, and everybody out there watching that is very excited about this movement and trying to bring change, to make sure that that video goes viral. Post it on your WhatsApp status, post it on your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok. I mean, let it go viral. People need to see that video, because believe me, most people don't know. Most people are going to make mistake that day. At the end of every election, most times I am very alarmed with the number of invalid votes. And most of these votes are because the people that cast this vote, we are not well equipped with information that they need to know how they should cast their vote and cast it so they will be valid at the end of the day. So that's what we are here to do. We want to bridge that gap and make sure that people, you watching us, understand that there are things you need to know and things you need to do to make sure that the vote you cast
is valid.
Do you understand? So that you don't get excited, you know, go out there wanting to bring change and end up, you know,
and you end up getting the other side of the story.
Exactly, and your vote wouldn't count. That wouldn't be good. So we're going to go on a very short break. We'll have someone stand by, a very good social commentator and an advocate of good governance that's going to come live on the show. He's going to join us through Zoom. He will come to enlighten us further on the use of the BVAS, the Bimodal Voters Accreditation System, and the role it is going to play in this forthcoming election. Just stick around and...
I'll come back.
Yeah, we're back, right?
Yeah.
You're blushing. All right, guys, just stick around.
Are you planning a trip to Anambra State, Nigeria, and you need a place of comfort, a place to relax and catch some fun? Well, Don Ruiz Hotel and Suites Oka is the place to be. Don Ruiz Hotel is equipped with luxurious rooms ranging from the standard rooms, the deluxe rooms, the executive rooms, the presidential suites, apartments with special features. The amenities in this room include a smart TV with multiple TV channels, the king-size wardrobe, the uninterrupted power supply, the water heater, free Wi-Fi, and more. They will treat you with a complimentary breakfast from their exquisite cuisine, not leaving out their superior waiting lounge and exciting bar. The outdoor area has a casino and games with stylish swimming pool and exercise arena. The gym, of course, is enabled with sporting gadgets for your physical fitness. The grandeur of Don Ruiz environment leaves you in total awe. Visit Don Ruiz Hotel and Suites today and experience the comfort away from home.
Alright guys, welcome back to the show. We're still here. I'm still Chooks, and I have my colleague, of course,
Joy.
Alright, so I told you we'll have a very good social commentator and advocate for good governance on standby that is joining us live on Zoom, and I'm pleased to welcome Mr. Chima Christian. Mr. Chima Christian, you're welcome to the show. Can you hear me? Yeah, good morning. Thanks for
Yeah,
joining
good morning.
us.
Thanks
So,
for joining
Mr.
us.
Chima,
So,
you
Mr.
are
Chima, you are a
social
social commentator
and
and an advocate of good governance, and you're here to further enlighten us and throw more light on the use of the bimodal voters accreditation system and the role it's going to play in this very forthcoming election and the impact it's going to have, with regards to what we have been or what we're used to in the past when it comes to election. So, can we get your stand on this bimodal voters accreditation system? Do you think it's going to be of much impact in this forthcoming election?
Well, once again, good morning and thanks for having me here. And then I applaud all of you at Obidati Family TV for what you do, the work you do, incredible work you do. First is to start by saying that Nigeria has made substantial progress in election management and electoral laws. Let's start from 1993, but that's not the first time Nigeria had elections. We've started from an outright annulment in 1993 to rigging through ballot box snatching, thuggery violence, ballot box stuffing, thumb printing of fake voters in 1999, 2003, sometimes even in 2007, right? And we continue to make improvements as to such a time where you no longer need dead thugs to snatch ballot papers for you. All you have to do, as in the case in Imo State, is to send a few senior advocates of Nigeria to go to the Supreme Court to attempt to snatch that same ballot paper for you. But today, we have moved from outright annulment to thuggery and violence to judicial, interpretation of results. And today, we are in a place where Nigerians can see that they are fairly confident in the system, right? Because the bimodal voter accreditation device, the BVAS rather, is quite an improvement on what we've had before now. It's not perfect, and then I believe I've made that open in another fora, but that's not the subject of our discussion today. But again, Nigerians have all they need in terms of reassurances, although I would have loved to see more, but Nigerians in their numbers are quite should use the opportunity presented to us with this election, with the BVAS, the improvement in electoral laws, to come out again en masse and make sure that our voices are heard.
All right, Mr. Christian, quick one. Let me ask you this. What assurances are you giving the ordinary Nigerian watching this very show now of the role this machine, so-called, is going to play to make sure that a vote counts? What can you give them? What hope are you giving them that this very machine can actually make the difference? That at the end of the day, we're going to have a very free and fair election, and it's going to be credible. What assurance can you give the ordinary Nigerian about this very bimodal verification accreditation system?
Well, the only assurances should come from the election management body, that is INEC, right? But what we know from the information that they've given us publicly is that the BVAS is foolproof according to them, although it hasn't been subjected to a stress test and integrity test. But one of the things I've seen from my limited engagement with all these things, including studying the data that is being put out by INEC, is that it is difficult to compromise the elections on the election day at the various collation centers. Whether you're talking about ward collation, local government collation, state collation, and the local national collation. It is difficult to compromise the elections at the collation center. But the election, yes, can technically be compromised before the elections or on the voting day. That's why all the polling unit agents of the parties should be sensitized. And I believe that by now, all the parties are training their polling unit agents as to what to expect on the election day. For instance, the BVAS does two layers of interaction. One, it interacts with itself to authenticate the voter, and two, it interacts with the INEC server to upload the results. What do I mean by this? Before any voter is authenticated, right? So you have the BVAS, because of internet connection issues, you front load the data of all these prospective voters into the BVAS. So if we're doing the BVAS for polling unit 002 in any state or any local government, you front load the data of all the eligible voters in that particular polling unit on the system. And then if you front load all those things, when the person presents him at PVC, the BVAS will interact with the data that has been front loaded into the BVAS to authenticate that voter. That is one level of interaction. Then the second layer of interaction is when the elections have been concluded and the results duly signed by the registered political parties and their agents, right? Then the officer in charge takes a picture, and that picture is uploaded straight to the INEC server, right? So as for that, first of all, the polling unit agents need to be trained to make sure that the BVAS count is at 0 before the elections. They also need to be trained that all the data of the polling unit agents are on the BVAS before the election starts. Because if that is not the case, then there are some people who might come out on the election day and they will fail the authentication, right? So what we have here is that there is work to be done, especially on the part of the polling unit agents, that the political parties must train their polling unit agents as to what they can do on the election day.
Okay.
If all the polling unit agents are trained, I believe that is substantial enough to confer some form of confidence in Nigerians coming out to cast their elections.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Christian. I believe in a nutshell, we can say that Nigerians should be optimistic that this very machine has all it takes or is well equipped to ensure that we'll have a credible election come February. So I think that's what you're trying to explain, in a nutshell. So thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Christian, and you're a social commentator on good governance, and I believe you've thrown more light. You've done justice to that, telling us the impact the model voter accreditation system will have in this forthcoming election. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us, and it's been an honor having you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. Bye.
All right. Have a great day.
You too.
All right, guys, I believe you've heard from Mr. Chima Christian, and an advocate of good governance. He has thrown light, Joy, has explained to us the role, because I think people want to know, people are very curious to know the role this machine will play in this very election, because we want to have a very free and fair election. We want to make sure that we'll have a very credible election. So, and Mr. Chima has done justice to assure us that this machine has all it takes, to guarantee a free and fair election. That this time around, your votes will count.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I think now you have more reason to make sure that you get your PVC if you haven't done so, because this time around is no longer business as usual. Your vote will count. The INEC has done a very good job in adopting this very. Actually, so many countries in Africa, a lot of countries in Africa have tried this, and it had a very good percentage. Yes,
it works for them.
Yes, exactly. So about 97%, which is a good number, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So we're going to go on a short break, then come back, and then Joy, we're going to demonstrate to our viewers how to vote
on that day, and how to vote wisely.
That's
on
right.
That day.
That's right. So stick around. We're going to demonstrate to you practical terms on how you should be able to cast your vote on the day of the election and ensure that your vote is valid. All right. We'll be back shortly. Stick around.
Are you planning a trip to Anambra State, Nigeria, and you need a place of comfort, a place to relax and catch some fun? Well, Don Rees Hotel and Suite Orca is the place to be. Don Rees Hotel is equipped with luxurious rooms ranging from the standard rooms, the deluxe rooms, the executive rooms, the presidential suites, apartments with special features. The amenities in this room include a smart TV with multiple TV channels, the king-size wardrobe, the uninterrupted power supply, the water heater, free Wi-Fi, and more. They will treat you with a complimentary breakfast from their exquisite cuisine, not leaving out their superior waiting lounge and exciting bar. The outdoor area has a casino and games with stylish swimming pool and exercise arena. The gym, of course, is enabled with sporting gadgets for your physical fitness. The grandeur of Don Rees environment leaves you in total awe. Visit Don Rees Hotel and Suites today and experience the comfort away from home.
Alright guys, welcome back to the show. It is still Obidate Family TV, and this is still the show Voting LP, and we're here to talk about everything about Labour Party and his presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, or rather His Excellency.
Exactly, and we'll be educating you on how to vote, not just voting, how to vote wisely. And it's a good thing that our principal, the person of Peter Obi, gave us a good video, illustrating and showing us how to vote properly, how to cast our vote on the day of election. And this is a This is a sample of your ballot paper. This is exactly what you'll be seeing on that day of the election. And of course, we do know the voting with your thumb is good, is correct. But on this ground, we're going to advise you, like he said, you vote with your forefinger because it's small. It's smaller than the big toe, big finger. It's smaller than the big finger. So you're advised to vote with your forefinger. That's what you'll be doing on that day.
Index finger, that's true.
Yes. And please, I know we want to vote for this good man. We are all eager to vote for him. Don't dip your finger in the ink. Don't dip it. Don't
press it too much.
Don't press it too much. It must not wrap around your finger. Just a little bit and place it within the boss. Within the boss. Don't allow it exist the boss. Place it within the boss. Don't allow it exist the boss, within the boss, in order to have a valid vote. Mr. Shooks, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I think that's very true. I like what you said about not being tempted to use the thumb, because actually a lot of people have a big thumb, and there is this tendency that when you use your thumb, no, yours is actually very there is this tendency when you use your thumb, it can actually touch the corners of the box. I know once it touches any side of the box, it becomes an invalid vote.
Exactly.
So, but your index finger is a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
You know? So it's advised, guys, please use your index finger to vote. It's more smaller. It's going to help you achieve a valid vote. You know, to make sure that your printing is within
the box. Do not exceed the box when you're printing it.
Yes.
Just within the box.
That's true. Then again, don't dip your hand too much in the ink. You don't need it to be very visible for the votes.
No, that's visible. Don't allow the ink to wrap your finger. You don't need. You're not writing. You're not writing a full page.
That's
you're just
true.
gonna print it on your ballot paper. So
another
a little
important
bit.
thing to note is, please don't print vertically.
Okay, that's another one.
Yeah, it's advised to thumb print horizontally so that you have more space, because
just like this.
Exactly, just like this. You know, because when you thumb print vertically, there's this chance that your printing will touch either the top or the bottom of the line,
and that's an invalid vote already.
Exactly, you have more space thumb printing this way, because your printer has to be within the box. If it touches any corners of it, it becomes an invalid vote.
Exactly. So, and it's also advised that when you're folding your ballot paper, do not fold it from the top, right? Do not fold it from the top. Do not fold it from the side, in order for it not to get to the another boss. It's advisable for you to fold it from the top. This way. Advisable for you to fold it from the top.
So going forward, Joy, what do you think about helping people, you know, identify? Because one important thing is to identify the logo on the ballot paper. Now we all know the party is Labour Party, right?
Yes.
But on the ballot paper is not written Labour Party.
Like I said before, on the ballot paper is not written Labour Party. Just like this, it's LP.
LP.
And in the course of our sensitization, sometime last year, I met this woman and I was like, Mama, this is how you're going to do it. You're going to thumb print on this place where there's a Labour Party logo and the LP. She was like, no, I want to see the face of this good man. I want to see the face of Peter Obi. It is the face of Peter Obi. So it was really funny, and I was like, Mama, you won't see the face of Peter Obi on that day. Please. It is very important for us to know that you won't be seeing the face. Let's tell this to our old parents. You won't be seeing the face of Peter Obi on that day.
Very important.
You won't be seeing the face of his running mate, on that day on your ballot paper. What you'll be seeing on the election day, what you'll be seeing on your ballot paper on the election day is the party logo.
That's true.
Written LP beside it. That's exactly what you see on your ballot paper that day.
That's true. I think we'll have a duty, the younger generation, to help educate our parents. For the most of them that are not that enlightened as we are, it's our job to demonstrate to them. And I think that video that our principal made, Mr. Peter Obi, can actually go a long way.
Exactly.
You know, because there is this effectiveness that comes with visual demonstration.
That's
Anything
true.
visual is very easy to understand. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So if we can show our parents this video and tell them, Mama, Papa, watch this video. Are you seeing the party? Are you seeing how you should cast your votes?
Are you seeing it? Tell them they will understand mama, papa, and picking.
Yes.
If they cannot pick anything from it, make sure you explain to them that it's mama, papa, and picking within the circle, within the wheel. They definitely they're going to understand that one.
So it's not just tell them. Don't just tell them what to vote and how to vote. Demonstrate it to them. Show it to them. If you have something like this, a sample of the ballot paper, you can demonstrate it yourself, or you can show them that video. Do you understand?
Yes.
I think it does the same job,
yes.
It does the same work. So if they watch it and they see it, so on that day when they get to the polling unit and they see the ballot paper, they understand, okay, this is the party logo.
This is the party. Okay,
yeah, I saw it in that video.
My daughter said
exactly.
Is mama, papa, and picking.
Exactly, exactly. And they also know that, okay, this is how my daughter or my son said I should vote. I shouldn't print this way. I have to print this way so that I have a valid vote.
Exactly.
So it's our job to teach them. Do you understand? If you're part of this movement, if you're part of this obedient movement, if you want to bring change like we desperately want to do in this country, I think we have to go out of our way, more and do something like this, things like this. Let's enlighten.
In fact, if you are obedient, you should be fully obedient, not partially. Fully obedient.
Very fully obedient. Very fully obedient. Go out. I see people doing incredible things. I see people like going to the market. I saw the video you guys made.
Yeah, the neighbor to neighbor sensitization.
Very good idea. Very fantastic idea, and that is where you guys are picking these experiences that most people
they don't even know.
They don't know.
They'll be expecting to see the face of Peter Obi, that good man face on the ballot paper.
Yes.
So funny. So funny.
So I think we can't wait for the election to come. I'm excited, Joy.
Very excited.
Very excited. We are all excited.
Exactly.
I mean, who is not excited?
No one.
We are tired. One change. I want to do it the right way. That's why we want to make sure that, first of all, if you haven't gotten your PVC, there's still time.
I guess so.
Make sure you go out and get your PVC. And when you must have done that, we are here to equip you with the knowledge on how to cast your votes.
Yes.
And have a valid vote at the end of the day. It's been a very good ride, Joy. It's been an honor having you.
Me too. Yeah. Thank you.
You're looking so fine.
Thank you.
So, guys, we're going to be here again tomorrow morning, same time, or a little bit earlier, to further. There are a lot of things that we need to know, or we feel you need to know, to actually make sure that we all voting this very good, credible man, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, to come and effect the change that we need in our dear country, Nigeria. So, on that note, Joy?
We'll call it a day.
I'll see you again tomorrow, right?
Exactly.
I'll still be looking same pretty.
On God.
Right, thank you so much. Do have a very great day. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.